Welcome, and thank you for joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's Whiskey Reviews.
Guess who this guy is? Guess who this guy is?
Still Mike, and this is still Billy.
Just doing what I do.
And today we bring you a nice smoky treat.
Woo! Speaking of smoky treats.
The Laphroaig 10-year-old Cask Strength Batch 008, bottled in April 16. So the way I understand it is, obviously they're in batches, but batches will have different bottling dates from what I've noticed. There was two of them that were the 008, but they had two different bottling dates. This one's April 16th, so if you happen to have Cask Strength Batch 008 bottled on 4/16, well then, you have a very similar whiskey.
Too bad it's not 420. So, what you're telling me is, this is over a year old in the bottle.
What I'm telling you is this is a 10-year-old age statement whiskey.
Right, but it's been in the bottle just chilling till we got it just now.
Probably, I would say, a year or so. It has a little bottling code on the bottom. Looks like it was bottled in 2015. That's actually about right for Columbus, Ohio. Usually we get bottles about 2 years after
let me play the ding dong here.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of the April 16? If it was bottled in 15?
Well, this is a guess, but it just says April 16th, not April of 2016. It says
True.
4/16, not April of 16. Well, you know what? I don't know. Maybe it is April of 2016, or maybe it is April 16th. Forgive me, I did not even think to question
Mike
that.
is the homework guy. He'll do the homework. I guarantee you on another video, he'll tell you.
Yes, so if any of you know, let me know. But this one, as far as an ABV, is 59.9. Wow.
It's up there.
Wow.
We're going to be hammy.
So, I was watching another whiskey review, and a couple of guys had lined up some Laphroaigs, and one of them mentioned that the Laphroaig 10-year-old Cask Strength was his favorite, and I hadn't had that one. So, I picked it up, and we're going to give it a shot. So, Billy, this is, again, Cask Strength, meaning whatever it came out of the barrel, that's what it is. I read that they filter it through some type of procedure. This takes out like the lumps of char and pieces of wood that are still in it.
They filter it through more alcohol to give it a higher alcohol content.
It's high, that's for sure. All right, so I believe this is natural color, but again, I'm not sure on that. Let me give you the color, and then let's talk about the legs. I would say the color is a nice gold. Billy?
That is caramel all day.
A little bit of a darker gold.
You're right. Well, I got a black. I don't get good light here. We're in my business, and there's a lot of stuff going on around here, so it's gorgeous. Let's just say that.
The legs don't want to run initially.
I don't even know if there are legs.
There are.
Sorry about this beep that's about to happen.
But I would say the legs, when they do come down, once they start running, they run kind of fast, but it takes them a while to kind of beat up and run.
I don't know. This guy's going really slow.
All right, Billy.
It's like a wacky wall walker. So, why don't you go ahead and drink and I'll talk for a second?
No, it's not.
Or vice versa. Oh, yeah.
Wow. You know what I'm getting on the nose? Laphroaig.
Mother frickin'
Laphroaig.
Hate it or love it.
And on a third snap?
Is this an Islay whiskey?
Oh, yeah. Laphroaig.
Things we love. Islay.
Southern Islay whiskey right next to Lagavulin. So started Beg as well.
There is kind of a Lagavulin thing going on there, isn't there? Lagavulin thing.
You know, you would think for almost 120 proof, 119.8 proof, that it would push your nose out of the glass.
It's not really burning. No. We've had way more burning type of sensational nose whiskey.
No, it's strong.
Oh, you know when you smell it. You're like, this is going to make my eyes turn red.
It's strong. You know what it is?
I might cry like a little girl.
Obviously, there's smoke.
Oh, smoky.
But there's sweetness to it.
It's a peaty smoke. It's not like an oaky smoke.
Iodine, of course.
Thank God I don't get that. Because iodine turns me off. Any medicinal quality to scotches turns me right off. And I don't get that, thank God.
Ton of it in this. You know what
really?
it is?
You're really getting that?
You know what it is? Yeah. I think it's a good wallop of it.
Wow.
You know what it is, though, to me? What I like about, and again, this is my first bottle. I barely drank any of it. But what I really like about this whiskey is I'm a big fan of the Laphroaig 18-year-old and the 10-year-old. And the Lore. Those are all good whiskeys. This, to me, is a very pure version of Laphroaig. Like, this just smells like Laphroaig.
Can I, there is something fruity, sweet sweet there as well.
Definitely sweetness.
There is. There really, really is. It's kind of
Almost like a burnt almond.
oh, well played.
Burnt almond, smoky burnt charred almond.
Like a teeny little bit of cinnamon.
Yeah, with just something sweet on top. Cinnamon sugar. Like do you ever mix cinnamon, like powdered cinnamon and powdered sugar together, like to put on toast, like when you're
on pancakes,
or whatever. Yeah, you put on everything. You know, if you didn't have like the right ingredients, you're making them at home. It's kind of like that.
It's a beaut. I'm going in.
Go ahead, Billy.
I'm going in.
And while Billy's tasting this, I will say, for as high of an ABV it is, it's shockingly easy on the nose. Not to confuse it with being easy. It's an aggressive smell. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you would think 120 proof whiskey would just back you right out of it, and it does not do that at all. Billy, what are you getting on the palate?
I'm pretty sure I can breathe fire right now. Again, sorry about the noise. Wow, that is intense. A little bit of burning in the palate, not a lot, a little bit. You get that peat is unmistakable. That is Islay peat. There's a definite, and there's just that nutty, Laphroaig yumminess. I'm still getting, and I want to call it like a cinnamony sweetness. I don't know what that. I can't put my finger on that. You know what I mean? I should probably be better at this since this is what we do for a living. But I'm getting like a cinnamony, delicious sort of sweetness that mixes with all that smoke and all that heat and all that powerful just.
No, I didn't. I'm getting kind of all the things I got on the nose. A lot of smoke. Wow. Ton of smoke.
Wow, dude, I can feel it, by the way.
Ton of smoke. The sweetness I think that I was noticing on the nose was toffee. I think it's a toffee, like a caramel toffee type of sweetness. More toffee. I think it's toffee. I'm getting the nuts, getting the almonds. I'm getting the burnt almonds, toffee, heavy smoke.
Brown sugary vanilla.
You know, and at the end, some tannins.
Oh, for sure.
A little bit of bitter chocolate in the back.
For sure.
Maybe, I don't know if it's chocolate or like espresso bean or something. Like on the back of the palate.
It's coffee-ish.
It is aggressive. It is aggressive.
Well, let me say this.
Yes.
It's aggressive. It is aggressive. But it's aggressive in a very, like, you like this. It's almost like your girlfriend's choking you when you're getting it on. Like, you're not sure if you like it, but you like it.
Erotic asphyxiation
It is, yeah.
of Scotch whiskey?
Yeah.
That isn't bad. You know what Laphroaig has always said as far as like a slogan they've had on all their bottles? They say the most richly flavored of all Scotch whiskeys. Now, I don't know if anyone's ever complained about that statement because it is richly flavored. That is one way of looking at it.
If you haven't seen their commercials, YouTube their commercials, because people are like, Laphroaig, ugh, or, yeah, like, it's, you either love it or hate it.
It's love it.
I love it.
It's genuine, and
I
I love it too. But what I wanted to say about the slogan, the most richly flavored of all Scotch whiskeys, is this. I agree with that statement. Mm-hmm. There's just something about a Laphroaig. It's so unique. Just like Ardbeg and Lagavulin, even though they're so close. But I'll say this about Laphroaig. Of all the Laphroaigs, this is the most richly flavored of all the Laphroaigs. So I feel pretty comfortable making a statement. This is the richest, strongest, smokiest whiskey I've ever tried.
It's so high volume, we're already drunk. It literally. Whew. I feel it on the inside of my upper lip up here. Like
it's mouth coated. It numbs the cheeks. It numbs the senses to some degree. Well, Billy, I put a nice little dollop of water. I think it says on the back of the tube here that you should put twice as much water in it as whiskey. Which
I saw you put 2 capfuls in there, which normally we would never do that.
Normally never. Yeah. But this is such an high ABV. I want to see what water. I want to open it up to see if I can pick up some more scents.
It sweetens it up.
It does sweeten it up, doesn't it?
That is lovely.
Now I almost feel like it's a.
Wow, that is nice.
Like a sweet apple.
Yep.
A sweet cinnamon apple almost.
It's like an apple pie. It's like an apple pie with roasted almonds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree with that completely.
Nice. That is really nice. And I'm still getting a little bit of the toffee.
You know what? When I first looked at the price of this is almost, not quite twice, but about 80. You pay about an 80% premium as to the regular 10-year-old, which is, I believe, 46%? 46, 48. Forgive me for not knowing that off the top of my head. But, you know, I thought to myself, well, I can pick up the normal 10-year-old for $42, or I can pick this up for roughly $80. Seems like a lot just for having cask strength, but I gotta tell you, I'm glad I did it. And the reason why I did it on the ravings of another whiskey reviewer. So, pick this up. Really good whiskey. Let's see how much the water opened it up as far as the nose.
I think it's sweetened everything up a bit. For as intense as this is.
I'm getting your cinnamon though. Now.
I'm going to bust my own balls because I always used to bust your balls. I'm definitely getting a little vanilla there.
You know, this is, I believe, aged in only ex-American bourbon casks from America, so vanilla is a very usual suspect as far as the profile.
Should we make t-shirts that say vanilla? Just let me know.
I think someone already does.
I'm going in.
While Billy takes a second drink, let me just say, with any of these cask strength whiskeys, we've drank a ton of them. We like smoky whiskey, so if this is your first time with an Islay, probably not the best one to start out with. Probably need to build up your palate a little bit to take something like this. If you're looking for a good introductory Islay, I would suggest Lagavulin 16. Really nice whiskey. The Bunnahabhain 12. Just kind of acclimate yourself to what peat and smoke is kind of like. And, you know, work your way up to something like this. Because if you are not a smoky whiskey fan, or if you have not been in the past, and you start off with a Laphroaig 10-year-old, whether it's the normal or the cask strength or an Ardbeg 10, you're going to be turned off of those whiskeys because they're extremely aggressive and take some while of building up to. Billy, what are you getting on the second?
The wiggles. I just shivered. Literally just shivered. I think I'm getting goosebumps. The fire does not go away. The fire does not go away when you lighten this up with some water. It is still there, and it is on fire. I think everyone who's watching this probably knows, if you're going to drink some scotch, really get it in your mouth. Get it all around in your mouth. My upper lip, the inside of my upper lip is literally on fire. The tongue is numb, oily, delicious. What I think, to me personally, what the water did for me was killed a lot of the flavor. It seems duller to me now, and I don't know if that's because of the first drink that just literally destroys your entire world. It seems duller to me. It seems played down. I'm not as happy with the watered down version. I want to drink more of this, not watered down.
You know, I enjoyed it. Straight,
yeah,
for sure. It's definitely different. Maybe I put too much water into it, but it's definitely different. I think it's easier to pick up the sweetness.
Oh yeah,
with the water in it, and I pick up more of the nutty flavor. And now it's not so much of a burnt almond; it's just an almond. Maybe even a cashew.
No, the sweetness is definitely there.
But I agree with you. I agree. I like it straight. It's weird that there are some whiskeys that are a lower ABV that I like water.
Dude, it's basically it's a 60%, right? ABV. And the fact that I liked it better before is
weird,
almost troubling to me a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
I think we really enjoy. Well, again, I found it very.
It killed the peatiness. It killed the and that's part of what we love. We're Lagavulin guys, right? As you know, we're smoky peaty guys, and it killed some of that for me, and sweetened it up a bit. So I wouldn't suggest adding an ice cube or, you know what? Throw a rock in there. Throw a rock in there. Don't throw water in there. Don't throw an ice cube in there. Throw a rock in there.
Billy, I gotta tell you, as far as the whiskey score, I'm really impressed with this one.
I'm super glad you brought this.
Yeah.
I am super glad you brought it.
You know, I had some hesitation paying that much more for the cask strength version of the 10-year-old. My faith and the faith in the recommendation has been well rewarded.
Do you remember who you were watching when you?
Yeah, Scotch Test Dummies. They gave
Scotch Test Dummies. What a great name, by the way.
Great name. But no, they did a review on it, and I asked them something about it, and he said it was a good whiskey to try. So here we are. I will give this whiskey a score of 90 out of 100.
I'm exactly on the same page.
Nice.
That never happens.
It happens every once in a while, but it's always nice to know when we agree on a whiskey that I assumed we would both enjoy.
Fantastic
Whiskey. Well, as always, we'd like for you to like and click, subscribe,
share.
Yeah, share, definitely. Comment, let's have a whiskey discussion.
Send us a $100 bill.
Tell me what you think of this whiskey. Billy?
As
We want to
always,
thank the people for joining us for another one of our reviews.
That's real. That's
and
real.
as always,
I'm gonna try to get it right this time.
we wish you.
Happy drinking. Did I do it right?
You did.
Yeah.